What's going on, guys? Today's video will probably be the first drive for this thing. I'm gonna say hopefully. As you can see, we've got a new aluminum radiator that we're gonna put in today. We have the drive shaft to put in, brakes to check, make sure everything's working, and then hopefully we'll be able to actually take this thing for a ride. All right, first things first, we're just gonna take this old radiator out. Out with the old one, and then in with the new one. I'm gonna check, put the hood on, see, make sure we don't have any like kind of clearance problems or anything. So I'm gonna try to wrestle this hood on by myself. So we'll see how that goes. That was so much harder than it looked, but I got the hood on. The front bolts are completely in. Just got to put the back ones in, snug those up, and I just want to make sure, again, that we're not hitting anything and that this can completely close, obviously, or that wouldn't be good. So I'm just going to do this now rather than later, and then have to rip this out when everything's all officially plumbed in and everything. Okay, moment of truth. I think we're actually good. Wow. All right, got the cooling system all hooked up here. Had to run a little bit of a spacer. There's a little bit different design on the bracket here. Just ran probably maybe 3/4 inch of a spacer and was able to use the hoses that I already had. So, all right, on to the drive shaft. This one is just kind of bad. The caps were gone. So the rest of them seem to be okay. So I'm just gonna go ahead and replace this one, and then I should be able to pop this thing right in. All right, popping these off can be kind of tricky. There's a clip in there. You wanna just have some needle nose pliers to pull that clip out of there, and then you're gonna have to remove the one on the other side, and then just kind of beat the thing through. So I'm gonna do that real quick. Another trick is just to kind of work around it with the flathead screwdriver with a rubber mallet. Kind of work it out like that. Then use your needle nose pliers to get in about halfway back and just pull it out. All right, so as you probably saw, it takes a little bit of work, but you just take the caps off and the thing comes right out of there. So you just hit it from this angle, through the hole, straight through. You don't have to worry about beating any of the caps out or anything. Just push it straight through far enough to where you could get the cap off of this side, and then you can kind of just push it back, tilt it up, and then get the other cap off. All right, nothing crazy. I just kind of cleaned it up in here, in this other one, and a little bit through here just to keep dirt away from it. And we're ready to install the new one. So again, take all your caps off. And this is already packed full of grease. Make sure it is. It's got a little nipple there. Make sure it's packed full. And also make sure it's in a convenient location where you can actually access the nipple if you need to. All right, so you're gonna drive these caps in on both sides here. They make a press where you can just do this super easy, but it's not really necessary. Instead, you can just use a regular C-clamp. Alright guys, now I'm just putting in the drive shaft. I got the first piece in, and then the next piece will go all the way right back there. Just one more piece. Well, got the brakes all bled, and clutch is still working. However, the drive shaft, the cap, lost some of the pins in it, and I will have to go pick up another U-joint, stick the cap on there, and then bolt it back up. So we'll do that tomorrow. In the meantime, I'm going to work on getting some of this stuff cleaned up. Have a hyperlapse video of that right now. Alright guys, we're back out here. You're never going to guess what they had in stock. The U-joint. All I need is the cap off of this. Need to bolt the thing in there, and we're ready to go. Okay, finally got this all bolted up. Seems like everything's functional for right now, and we'll find out for sure on our test drive. Alright guys, getting super excited, getting ready to take this thing out for a spin. First, though, I need to clean out the bed here, because it's super windy, so I'm sure that everything in here I'm going to lose. So, gonna get all that cleaned up, and then it's time to go for our first drive. Okay, so I was double checking everything, and this is exactly why I use words like I'm gonna try, or I hope, or it should hold. Well, I push it on the brake pedal, just hold it down, see how it's doing holding pressure, and all of a sudden the brake goes straight to the floor, and brake fluid is shooting straight out of the line like you wouldn't believe. So thankfully that happened here at the garage, and now I'm just on my way to pick up some more line and get a couple of fittings and just kind of, you know, patch the section that's bad, and then we'll go from there. Got the new line back in the truck. Gonna get ready to start it up right now, try to back it out of the garage, and then I will get you guys back on here, see if we can actually get this thing moving without grinding gears. Nervous. I don't know what's gonna happen. Huh? It runs good. Moment of truth, we'll see if these grinds or these gears grind. That stroke on that slave cylinder might not be long enough.
It's not pushing in very much.
That didn't go as planned. The hydraulic clutch, I mean, everything was working perfectly fine. Started it up, backed it out of the garage, kind of let it idle down, everything. I'm making some adjustments because there was some play in the clutch pedal that I didn't want. So I started just kind of snugging things up. Everything was working better. Actually, I stopped grinding gears a little bit, and then all of a sudden there was a pretty decent leak from the master cylinder. So, because again, it's a hydraulic clutch. So, I don't know, it's from the flare fitting, so I'm already not a big fan of flare fittings, so maybe I just need to get some kind of different fitting on there, maybe convert it to AN, because that's what I've used for everything else on here, and that's what I've done on my Nova. So, that's going to be it for today's video. I was really sad to not have the thing running for you, but yeah, next time I promise you it'll be a running and driving F100, and please subscribe because that'll be very, very soon.